Do you have it activated on the main menu? DLC. It says purchased. There's no, like, there's no button for it. Am I crazy? There's like no buttons for it. Like you go to DLC and mods. It says purchased. Season Pass. Season Pass 2 available for purchase. Deluxe Pack. Void Fair Pack. I see nothing. I was this close to starting Rabbit Ruby. I had it I had it opened and everything. And then Des comes out of nowhere.
No, Jam, no, you gotta play my game. You need to play the Rogue Trader. I want you to play Claire Obscure, Lick My Feet 33. You need to play it. You need to play Fantasy Life.
Do I have to like download it from the Steam page? It just says coming soon. Is it not available in Japan yet, maybe? Do I not own the season pass? I own the season pass, right? So like... The Shovel DLC, free to play. Download. We get the shovel. I need the shovel. Just drop out of the game. Literal shovelware. Cool, I think I crashed my PC, so that's cool. You can test it easily by checking in the settings if you can change the main menu music to the DLC or not. Why did clicking on download the shovel activate the game? What the fuck? It says season pass in library. What is Warhammer Skulls? What the hell is Warhammer Skulls? Appearance pack. Which is like a... I don't know what the appearance pack is. Get 4 Grimdark hairstyles and a unique augmetic for your Lord Captain. Why is there so much DLC that I didn't even know about? I do not like the new Steam layout. Oh, that's a new update for Season Pass 2. In library, Void Shadows. In library, Void Fair Pack. The Shovel DLC. This is the stupid like Dark Tide collaboration. It says in library, which is great. Oh, it's like a Warhammer Day. What? Oh my God! Steam needs to stop doing this. I hate this shit. When you press the download button on Steam and it opens the game, it launches the game. Why do developers do that? That is stupid. That drives me fucking nuts. I'm not trying to download. I'm not trying to open the fucking game. Some games do that where you're only like Monster Hunter Wilds does that too, and it's like fuck off. Like it. I do not want to open the game. If I wanted to open the game, I would have pressed the launch the game button. All right, I don't really feel like buying Season Pass 2 at the moment. $30, and I can't play it right now. Yeah, it says Lex Imperialis is not in my library, even though I have the Season Pass. Is this like a bug? No, it says this game is not yet available on Steam. Planned release date June 25th, 2025. I'm fucking dumb. It's still May. Guys, I'm just really fucking stupid. It releases in June. It's not June yet. Des, it's not June yet. It's still May. Oh, I'm stupid. Oh, I'm stupid. Oh, I'm fucking stupid. I swear to God, I swear to God it was June. I swear to God it was June. It's still May. We had the same misunderstanding. We both thought it was June. May isn't even a real month, let's be honest. If it was June, then the Switch 2 would be out already. Dude, this is freaking me out. It's because I live in Japan, and when I see Gogatsu, I'm like, yeah, Gogatsu, that's June. Embrace technical innovation with combat pets. Oh, I'm so fucking stupid. Well, do I have the shovel now? I just want to know I have the shovel. I want to give it to Abelard. See, I press download on the shovel and then it opens the game, but it doesn't actually download it, I think. Yeah, but I'm not living in Japan, so why did I have the wrong thought? I don't know. Because we're stupid. Bro, I was gonna play Rabby Ribby. Des is so sad now. Not Des. Smams is so sad now. It's kind of hot in here. I think we can go get a fan. Rabby Ribby. Where's my fucking shovel? Nihonjin wa tabemasen. Yeah, I'm banning Desu. Yeah, please. I can't get the shovel DLC to work. Because it's shovelware. People say in Act 1 it's not a bad weapon. Add to library, then start game and go to your private quarters. I can't even get this to download. The shovel DLC is already in your Steam library. Awesome. Because it's shovelware. Oh wait, Smaham's already made that joke. Fuck. Mods, dude, it's one blunder after another today. I just love watching Gem fumble with technical problems so you can show the thing for like 10 seconds and then forget about it. But it gives me a nice little dopamine rush that I got Le Shovel. Le funny waffle shovel. What is it about Steam though? Like, Steam went to fucking shit in the last 10 years. Like, it's so impossible to use the stupid UI for Steam. It like just doesn't do anything anymore. Everything's hidden away and impossible to find. All right. Oh yeah, she got like mad at me because they're like infighting. There's 20 of them. I'm fucked. Holy shit. I'm actually maybe kind of fucked. I'm actually kind of fucked. Holy shit. We need to take a defensive position like immediately. Maybe we fall back to here. Like, there's just dudes fucking everywhere. What am I gonna do? How could be at a disadvantage in your own palace? I know, right? It's why UI creators are confused when people like the UI in games like The Witcher 1 or Baldur's Gate 1. I'm just tired of UI being so shit and just like not functioning properly. Everything's hidden behind menus.
Me, if you insist, Lord Captain.
Nice. Oh yeah, baby. Yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah, 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 yeah. Do the thing, Cassia. Do the thing. You can do it, baby. Come on. Yeah, you get them, and then go kablam and hit all of them. Yeah, look at that. Boom. The game like stutters for a second while it does all the calculations. That's funny. Do you see that the frame drop? Holy shit, it's like a full like 10-second frame drop right there. That's incredible. I hate the fucking Sony character window so much, dude. You have no idea. Sony character window. Yeah, okay, you have hit every enemy and put her on an open field in front of 15 enemies who are still alive. Moments like these are orgasmic. Okay, she might be completely fucking exposed, but she's done her job. Even if she dies now, she's done her job. She essentially killed half of the enemies. She essentially killed 10 people. She hasn't killed anyone yet, but she took off half their HP. She has done their job. And they're all going to take burn damage next turn. This is absolutely... You cannot tell me that this is not the most optimal opening move. It is easily... Cassia is a sacrificial lamb. I do not mind her dying. I do not mind it. I don't mind it. She could die. It would be totally okay. Holy shit. Holy shit, Pascal. See, look at that. She didn't even die either. Let's see if we can keep her alive.
I'm grateful. House Orselio thanks you.
Oh, she's really moving. She's really booking it.
No! These ruby flashes are choking me.
Hold on a second. Hold on a second. It's been a while. His brace for impact doesn't protect against attacks of opportunity. Then what's the... Whoops. Let me just drop that. Whoops. Just drop my drink on the floor. His attack doesn't... His ability doesn't prevent attacks of opportunity. Then what's the point of his ability? Don't mind me, just getting surprised by Abelard and then spilling my coffee everywhere. Perfect. He's raging. No, it doesn't. It's just damage reduction. That sucks. She's mad funny, you know. The point is to annoy you because now you have to click through several more useless moves to get back to the character you want. Well, that was a big mistake. Oh, that sucks. I just lost like half my coffee. Yeah, No, I don't have a carpet. I have faux wood paneling. Abelard just like surprised me and I fucking smashed my coffee against the wall. Luckily it didn't hit like all the cables next to it. Start a house fire. Well, I deserved that. I deserved that. Why is my chat not working? All right, are we back? I need a shave. I look like a fucking dweeb. All right. Well, that sucks. I just wasted all of that healing on Cassia now. What? That was a big mistake. I don't think I can salvage this either. It's kind of a shame. I think I can still win though.
I'll show you the real pain.
She's still alive somehow.
I've suffered worse.
This tedium is beneath me.
Nice hit.
This is hidden from my sight.
I need to use my debuff first. All right, I've already made 2 errors. I might reset.
Favors the swift.
I might reset. I panicked. Spilling coffee everywhere. And Cassia's dead. Yeah, we're gonna reload. I made some errors. I made some errors that don't feel very good. So even if I win, it's not gonna feel good. We're just gonna reload real quick.
We're just gonna reload, cause I'm Saber Spark, and I'm here to tell you why this is a good game.
All right. What was I doing? All right. Let's try that again. We'll go here.
What the Emperor? Oh my gosh.
This is why people love casting Fireball in D&D. This is exactly why. You know, wait, does that actually help me? If I actually place that properly, I might actually get some kills.
You mean if I, like, do what the hotkeys say, then I can secure victory?
Cassia, please kill 8 Xenos in 5 seconds. And love me at the same time. All right, Cassia, let's do this. All right, you go here. First, just go there. Well, Skull Trap is better anyway. Skull Trap. Double debuff those guys.
If I may. Isn't this a job for the serfs?
Oh, yeah, look at that. That's good. Cassie didn't even take any damage.
Me? If you insist, Lord Captain. Isn't this a job for the serfs?
All right, that was a good start. Half damage, that sucks. Bloodied. Ouch. Pascal still takes a ton of damage there. All right, let's try this again. We're gonna try to keep her alive.
Follow my lead.
I can see bright colors again.
This wound will make a fine scar.
There we go.
I'm grateful.
This wound will make a fine scar. All right. Can you attack that guy? I'll take the damage. Take the miss.
I'll show you the real pain.
Carnage beckons. Good, he's taking some heat off of her. All right. Do we have line of sight on this guy? I don't think so. Nope, sadly. All right, who can we... Ooh, we have a thing over here. Activate the turrets. Logic 27. Pascal can go and take care of that. Is there anything else on the map I should look at? I should, like, really look at the map sometime. You know what I'm saying? Like a little tactical sweep. All right. I don't know what that symbol means, but, okay. We could hit this guy. But I feel like taking out the Aldari is more important than the humans. Maybe if I kill the Aldari, the humans will survive.
I understand.
Try to take out that Kabalite warrior, whatever they're called. Alright, debuff
If it
first.
serves your cause. I am
Bunker
not
up.
your Xenos pet monkey.
Killing Edge.
If I must.
Nice hit. Follow-up damage with Death Whisper.
This tedium is beneath me.
Nice.
This is hidden from my sight.
And in my
I am
sights.
not your Xenos pet monkey.
Let's make it quick.
We just have to hope that Pascal doesn't die. Argenta, my love. We could have Argenta heal Pascal, which will let us get to the turrets. Pascal moves pretty slowly. Argenta's not going to do enough damage. Argenta's kind of fallen off for me damage-wise. I think I would rather her keep Pascal alive to get those turrets online than for her to actually do any real damage, but we'll see what we can do. Who is in charge? Tazara? I don't want to accidentally hit Cassia is the thing. We can go here. None of those look very good. Hmm. None of these are very good options. Man, the new AI thing from Google is crazy. What's that?
Rejoice in battle.
Ah, hit.
As the Emperor commands, I act.
Better than nothing, I guess.
Who if not me? It's as good as done.
Hey Cassie, could you just do that thing where you like blow everyone up? Like, could you do that like one more time again? That'd be pretty cool. Yeah.
I'm not accustomed to being ordered around.
Oh my gosh.
On it.
Look at all my movement points.
Hold on.
Hold on. Pascal still hasn't gotten a fucking turn. Nice.
Let's get to it. Out of my way.
Out of my way. All right, Pascal. Oh my god, he can't even make it. He can't even make it in time. If only I had positioned him one square over. That sucks. He's got an 87% chance of getting it to work too. Nice.
Skill is lacking.
Running binaric override.
Don't want to kill these humans right now. Ouch.
Here we go. Let's get to it.
If I may,
Wow. 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 No way. No way. Oh my god. Oh my god.
clad in scarlet.
Oh my god. Are you serious?
I'll paint your death in color.
This is absolutely nuts.
Hear you moving.
Oh my god.
Oh, slips beyond the veil.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
It serves your cause.
Oh my god. It just keeps going. It just keeps going.
If I must.
Deliver us. Devour me. Isn't this a job for the serfs?
Do I even have anyone else left to like fight?
It will be done. Indeed. Victory is imminent. Tried and tested tactics are the best ones. It will be done.
This is nuts. This is nuts. I've won like 7 times over. Like, it's not even like even close. The fact that I can just swirl them all up into one easy to hit zone and then just annihilate them. And then I can cast a spell on my fucking sniper so that she can finish off anyone that's somehow survived. Pascal's not even gonna get to press the button. Pascal can't even press the button. Where are the other enemies? Pascal doesn't even get to press the button. Just nobody move. We need to let Pascal press the button. I want to see what happens. Stop dying. All right, Pascal, press the button. Oh, let's save scum it though.
Operation successful.
When did the turrets go? Soon. Okay. All right. Oh, the turret's not even close enough. Can you stop dodging? Just shoot through the old man. It doesn't matter. And it looks like I could have activated that from farther away. I thought you had to be adjacent to it, but I didn't have to move to press it, so I guess I could have used it that turn. That's kind of not very
I understand your
intuitive.
intent.
I guess I have like a force hand. Oh, do I not have any ammo? Well, that sucks. Ah, it's shooting the turret now. Like, that's the worst of its problems. Probably don't want to shoot through these wardens because I'll probably hit one of them.
I move swiftly to strike. Ancestors guide me.
Educate you on the art of pain. A work for a flesh crafter.
If it serves your cause.
Something just exploded. He's going nuts on that turret. He's using poison on it. I wish I could hit this guy. But I really don't want to hit these wardens with like an area attack or something. There you go.
Another soul
Got him.
sees beyond the veil.
Did you see the companions revealed so far for Dark Heresy? Just like the splash image. Shooting a single bolter. The thing is she gets bonuses every time you switch her weapon type. Yeah, you thought you could raid my palace? That was fun. Here, let me take a look at these Dark Heresy. Let's see. You watched the trailer? I haven't watched the trailer yet. All right, there's a big, like, fat mutant guy who looks like a bro. There's some kind of Aldari with a helmet. Some lady with really long fingers. A guy who looks like a Vietnam. There's some guy with, like, a lady sniper with, like, really long spiky hair. I don't know. It might be a lady. Dark Heresy trailer. Whoa, anime opening? Cool. Some kind.
Imperium is torn asunder. In this darkest hour, we are besieged on all fronts.
There's a big guy.
By enemies from within. By enemies from without. By enemies from beyond. Still, no matter the cost, we must persevere. Every blade must be turned to our defense. Every soul, every dark secret. For if we fail, all will fall into the damnation of eternal night.
Huh. I don't know what the fuck just happened. Companions. What is this number 1? Like, it was in the trailer. He's like holding the number 1. Epion Spes. An acolyte of the Inquisition and one of the top Medicae specialists. Oh, and like a nurse? Cool. Like an actual dedicated healer? That's cool. An acolyte of the Inquisition and one of the top Medicae specialists in the Tyrantine Cabal. She earned her place in the ranks of the Holy Inquisition with her outstanding intellect and her drive to serve humanity flawlessly. Whether in the Chirurgeon's theater or at the scene of a mystifying crime, Acolyte Spess's cold analytical thinking and vast knowledge make her indispensable. In combat, her razor-sharp scalpel claws allow Epione to defend herself effectively, and the unique fast-acting compounds in her combat injectors are enough to get even severely wounded comrades back on their feet. That sounds cool. Okay. Her design didn't look super interesting, but now that I know that she's like a crazy scissor hand nurse, okay, that's pretty cool. That's an I for Inquisition. Oh! I don't know what the long night is. Haymar Davos. An acolyte of the Inquisition and a combat specialist in military operations in the harshest of environments. A member of the illustrious Astra Militarum regiment from the death world of Catacon, Haymar has stared into death's open maw many times over, and each time found a way to survive. He is a veteran of numerous battles and has managed to transfer his knowledge and skills from the jungles of Catacon to the concrete jungles of the Hive cities, making him an essential asset for operations in the most dangerous corners of the Imperium. In battle, Acolyte Davos relies on high-speed weapons capable of turning the battlefield into a deadly trap, as well as his formidable Catacon knife. Yeah, he's like the most like generic-looking guy. Conscript 0-118-B, COG. Okay, I love this guy. Like, I love this guy. Just look at him. He's like the coolest. He would be on my party permanently. Like, just look at him. He looks like the nicest, sweetest guy. Night Legion shit, some of the most horrifying chaos, Space Marines. An Ogren, once assigned to the 27th Centillion Fusiliers, a regiment of the Astra Militarum, nicknamed COG for convenience. He is a member of a mutated human subspecies characterized by its immense stature, strength, and endurance. Okay, he's like that's like that D&D race, right? What are they called? It's like a half orc, half ogre. What are they called? Ogrelin. Yeah, these are Ogrelins, right? Like, they're clearly Ogrelins, right? Because it's called an Ogren. Yeah, they're clearly Ogrelins. Which is like, if there's, I think it's if there's a female ogre and orc, you get a half orc, but if it's a male or something like that, then you get an Ogrelin. They're kind of a rare species that doesn't show up very, very often. They're in Baldur's Gate, though. Yeah, he looks awesome. I really like him. An Ogren, once assigned to the blah blah blah, member mutated subspecies, strength and endurance. Like any Ogren, Cog is incredibly fierce and stoic, and his understanding of orders has been enhanced with a special cranial implant. Oh, he's smarter than their average Ogren. Cog is doggedly loyal to the Imperial Creed and his military leaders, and he sows terror on the battlefield. He cannot be stopped by obstacles or injury, and the strike weapons in his hands can break through any armor. So yeah, he'd definitely be on my team. Then we got like a bird lady? What the fuck? Rakti. A Xenos from the Krut race. I don't know what those are. Humanoid predators capable of evolving by consuming the genetic material of other species. Rakti was once a tracker in her tribe, one of her Warshaper's closest followers, possessing the ability to sense others' emotions and memories through the eating of the flesh. However, disobeying the Shaper's laws has turned Rakti into an outcast forced to find her way separate from her tribe. In battle, the Xenos relies on her trusty rifle and her Petra familiar, the last reminder of her lost home. She's awesome. She's like a druid, awesome druid ranger kind of, like a ranger kind of character, it looks like. Yeah, those two would definitely always be on my team. And then Larthir Cairnareth looks like stock art, like they haven't finalized the design. Not a big fan of it. It's just a generic Aldari. An Aldari Corsair, a member of the ancient Xenos race, and endowed with psychic powers after entering into a precarious alliance with a radical inquisitor, Larthir set foot on one of humanity's hive worlds, risking his life for his own mysterious ends. He is a wayseeker capable of plotting routes for Corsair vessels through the dimension known as the Webway. However, this is not the extent of his mystical gifts. The awesome powers under the command of this Xenos' detached mind surpass the abilities of most human psychers, and should he find himself in combat, Larthir places no restraints on his deadly talent. Yeah, nah, I would definitely have Epione, the nurse, Cog, and Rakti on my team, and then Haymar and Ladarian, maybe later. I don't know. I feel like that's probably the general consensus for anyone looking at these. Looks cool. Anyway. So I started blasting. Bloodthirster. Cool weapon.
Let me help.
Ministration is a holy task.
We are the spearhead of the Imperium.
injuries will not slow me.
What, I can't fix broken ribs?
Let's patch you up.
I can fix him. Oh, no, I can't.
Speak, Elantark. I can see bright colors again.
Can I not use... No. Well, it was worth a try. There's gonna be a few more companions guaranteed. Oh yeah, I'm sure. The Ogren is 100% on my team. I know, right? Normal medkits can't heal trauma. And it seems like large medkits can't either. I'd like to fix those broken ribs, but I don't think I'm gonna get to go back to my ship anytime soon. Can I like help these guys? Oh yeah, I can. I should go and help them. Are there any more of these guys?
Always keep your eye on the prize.
I wonder if I rescued them during the fight if they would help me. Like in combat. So is this like a side quest? This is like main story, right? Like this has to happen, right? It's not just a companion side quest, is it? Ooh, Imperial Staff, is that better? It's kind of hidden.
Is there money to be made?
That's a staff for your rogue trader. Wielder of this staff, power level 8, gains the Emperor's Wrath ability. The ability is blah blah blah, plus 10 willpower. Visually, nothing changed.
I always keep my options open.
Well, let's head on in. The bodies were mutilated and gutted. Once luxurious clothes of brocade and silk are completely saturated with blood. I want to finish exploring down there.
Experience. Nothing matters more.
Rise to the top or get left in the dust.
Nothing to do down here, is there?
Nothing's impossible for this old officer.
confused. Like, what is this area? I don't know why this map's so hard to read sometimes. Oh my lord. That guy just glitched through the floor. Oh, it's Achilles Scalander. He's in trouble. And there's some weird Beastmasters. I don't know what the fuck those are. Are those Aldari? They don't look like Aldari. No, I just mean, like, it doesn't look like it makes sense. Like, what is this area? Like, I don't understand how it connects. Like, I guess I could have gone this way. I don't know. It seems like the map's upside down. For the way my brain works. I guess I could have gone here first. I can never just tell, like, how the map relates to the actual battle map. Anyway, we got 4 of these really crazy looking guys. Let's go kill them. All right, can we handle this on our own? Whoa, ho, ho, nice.
Be careful not to cross my gaze.
Okay, so like the combat's already over. No, don't kill him. No, is there a way to save him? Is he dead? No. What the fuck? Is there no way? There's like, what would he would have to miss? No. I even buffed him with the area thing. No, I liked Emo Boy. He looked cool. No, he's my friend. Pretty sure he's fine? Alright, we'll find out. Well, I'm pissed now. I'm pissed now.
I will bathe this battlefield in righteous fury.
Argenta, kill the fuck out of that guy. What did you just detect? Warden dies. He falls unconscious, thank God. I don't know why it just went blum blum. Like I found something.
As the Emperor commands, I act.
Kill the ever-living shit out of this motherfucker. Where's your gun? What the fuck? Why does Argenta not have a gun anymore? Is it because she got hurt, broken ribs, and she can't carry it anymore? Like her strength is too low now, probably? Cassia's display in the last fight turned her into a passive forever. I think her strength score is too low. So it just automatically unequips it. Well, that sucks.
I'll do it.
Well, I don't need that gun. I feel like I did better than I normally do, actually.
This tedium is beneath me. If I must, moving no more. If it serves your cause.
I've seen worse battles than this in my time.
Yay! That was easy. Thank God he's alive. Covered in Drukhari blood and his own, Achilles Scalander looks around with a head. I keep hoping he's gonna be like a secret companion. I don't know. I really like this guy. It's probably because his skin's made out of bacon. Achilles Scalander looks around with an haunted expression on his face. He finally manages to focus his gaze on you and lets out a barely audible gasp. God Emperor, preserve me. Could it be? Is it truly you, your lordship? Wow, I put all that effort into saving him during the fight for nothing. He is struck by an excruciating coughing fit, his hand grasping for his respirator on its golden chain, but it is missing. By the yawn of the darkest abyss, Achilles. Why did my expert on Xenos fail to prevent a Drukhari assault? Are you all right, Achilles? Praise be to the Golden Throne and the God Emperor, you're alive. Your lordship, I've been praying to the Immortal One for your swift return. The people of Dargonis fought to the last, but the onslaught of the enemies of humanity was vicious and brutal. What happened here? Achilles' body is covered in an unthinkable number of cuts and injuries. The Drukhari put great effort into filling his every moment with searing pain. However, none of his wounds is life-threatening. I focused all my attention on investigating the attacks across your protectorate. I suspected that there was something bigger behind the Xenos' attacks. But an assault on the Rogue Trader's capital? Foolhardy, even for the Drukhari. I'd never have thought. He closes his eyes, grimacing with guilt. And therein lies the reason for your failure, burnt monkey. Ha! Burnt monkey, wow! Your mind was narrow, and as the minds of your kind are wont to be. Achilles shoots Earlet with a gun. A hateful look and mutters through his teeth, I am aware. You notice a brief flash of sympathy in Earlet's eyes. There is no wisdom in blaming yourself. A monkey's intellect is weak and can never fathom the depths of my dark kin's treachery and twistedness of thought. Had there been another monkey in your place, the paths of fate would have remained unchanged. Wow, nice sympathy, Earlet. That's cute. That is adorable. Wow. Minor grammatical mistake. Your game is now trash. Oh, you just wait for me to play Rabby Ruby. We'll see. Were you able to glean anything from your attackers? His burnt lips twist into a bitter smile. Oddly enough, I was, your lordship. The Drukhari had no idea that a mere Adeptus Administratum secretary could understand their alien speech. While they were deliberating over how they were going to kill me, they mentioned that other monkey had been helping them all this time. Renegades or pirates or something of the sort. It will take time to identify these traitors to humanity, but I give you my word that they will pay for what happened on Dargonis. It's crazy how she really genuinely believes that we're just animals. Well, your fast efforts pay off. Your knowledge of Medicae allows you to stop the bleeding in several areas and somewhat eases pain. You shouldn't have wasted your time on me, your lordship. That's enough talking, Achilles. I will contact Clementia and have her summon a Medicae. Get out of the palace while you still can. When the report came from orbit about the Xenos' attack, I was in the administratum halls, resolving the matter of your succession. I rushed to my shuttle and prayed to the God Emperor that I would reach the palace before they struck. But before I could get rid of all the pics and documents I had gathered, the palace was besieged. before I could delete all the dick pics off my phone, I had to take a risk and burn it all. Xenoses surrounded me when I was setting fire to the last remaining orders, and they decided to have fun with me. He's no stranger to fire. Achilles closes his eyes shut. Holy Emperor, deliver me from the memories. They tortured you. Why? Why? Achilles lets out a slight chuckle. Such is the nature of the enemies of humanity, your lordship. They have a taste for our pain. What did you tell them? Achilles looks you in the eye, his gaze unexpectedly clear. Nothing. But they didn't ask me anything. They didn't look for anything. They didn't so much as poke around the place. Strange. Or it is that you do not remember anything, monkey, and it was their intent that you did not. Cassia reaches a hand out to Achilles' shoulder and gingerly removes something unseen from it. Your hues are covered in a layer of soot and ash, Master Scalander. I can see the loud bleeding colors underneath. May I put them at ease for you? Cassia is such a nice person. I love Cassia. Achilles bows his head guiltily. It is a great honor to hear such words from Lady Orselio herself, and still I must refuse. My scars, both physical and spiritual, are my reminder of the mistake I made, and my key to... A coughing fit interrupts his words. Redemption. Gritting his teeth, Achilles bows and withdraws to the gatehouse in front of the palace. This game's so fucking awesome. I just feel like I'm playing a single-player D&D campaign. It's awesome. Wow, 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 wow. Advanced medikits. Hell yeah, we've got the advanced medikits. I would put one on you. And then you can have one here. And I will put one on you. And then you can have one here. Perfect. The control panel is broken. The machine spirit has left this machine forever. Broken furniture. Tattered fabric, bloodstains. Someone in this room put up a desperate defense against the Xenos.
Always have a backup plan.
My warp sight reveals something.
Boom. Dodge. Nice. Just walk right through it then. Immediately later. Xenos, they're inside already. We could not stop them. May the Emperor have mercy on our souls. Alright, does the map continue this way for a while? Alright, let's go back and explore over here. I thought I was going the right way to continue, but... Beastmaster. Ooh. Oh, they got their bikes all over here. They're so cool. I want one of these bikes. Power Mall. Do I need to give that to anybody? It's literally the same map you were on like 5 times. That's not what I'm talking about. That's not what I'm talking about. Fucking hell, listen to me. I thought I had to go this way. I thought when I went outside, there would be like a cutscene. I thought that was the end of the dungeon. And I didn't realize there was more stuff in here. I thought this was just like going to be all sealed off. Or there's going to be like some items in here. Because like Achilles was here. So it makes sense like after I help Achilles, then there's like something that ends up... Jesus fucking Christ. Good God. Forbid I be fucking thorough on a map. Good fucking God. This would never happen if I was playing Rappy Ribby. And yes, I forgot about my turn. I came here for like 2 seconds. Jam doesn't have an impeccable perfect memory of how to play this game. Ugh, jeez. I think that guy was talking and then he died and then I got an item from him. And he might have died because I failed to disarm that trap. I just heard like a sound that sounds like a monster. I'm pretty sure there's something in this room. Who's there? I can't see. That's not what I sound. That is exactly what you sound like. You were such a fucking piece of shit every fucking time. Jam. Oh gosh. Oh my gosh. Jeez. Oh, he can't fucking navigate a map. Not like a real gamer like myself. This person is still breathing, but deep punctures in their chest leave no chance that they will survive. Oh, that's great. We might as well just not try to help them at all, you know? Yeah, I don't like the sound. What a pose. What a pose. I don't know why, but his art, like, looks not as good as the other characters' art. I don't know what it is. It looks more like a cartoon character. This is word to word what he said. Marazai casually gestures with his hand, either welcoming you or inviting you to admire the brutalized hall. At last, I was beginning to think that your lumbering bucket had perished on the way back. What the fuck, bucket? Such a resolution would have satisfied neither you nor me, would it? Look at his smug face. What is a bucket, my ship? The sight of Xenos lounging on the dynastic throne makes Abelard's face turn crimson. What? How did? You will cease defiling a relic of the Imperium with your presence, Xenos scum! What, this abomination? The Drukhari taps a finger on the armrest. With pleasure, but first I will finish my conversation with your master, monkey. The Drukhari freezes for a moment. Oh, I can feel your anger, your rage, and your pain from witnessing the state of your halls. I trusted that you would appreciate our efforts here. I could have long vanished in the tangles of the webway without awaiting your arrival, monkey, but I could not refuse myself the small pleasure of savoring your torment at the sight of what I have done to your home. You are still with him, cousin. Marazai's voice is dripping with saccharine mockery. How fares your search for your lost family? Or is being at a monkey's beck and call occupying all your thoughts and time? You will be silent, Dark One, or I will silence you myself. You deceived me when you appointed the place of our final battle. Yeah, I mean, like, that was obvious. Why did you attack the palace? You will pay for every slain servant of the Imperium. The sole thing that your kind is good for, monkey, is your ability to suffer. I have long been surfeited with physical pain. Your kin provide it in abundance from their cages in Camorra. The pain of the soul, on the other hand, is a rare delight. After all, I had to recompense you for all the trouble you have caused me. However, did I not give you a gracious gift as well? That pesky meddling Tazara, who harrowed your little worlds for so long, you have garnered her head. And I, a peaceful existence, where she is not constantly in my way. He gives you a thin smile. To die at the hands of a monkey is the worst possible punishment for a champion of the gladiatorial arenas of Camorag. Her final moments were torturous. Camorra? Gonorrhea? I don't know what this is. Abelard is about to throw up. One Xenos is down, one more remains. Tazara was under the impression that we were working together. What nonsense did you put in her head? Do you have any idea how much your raid has cost me? One tan Xenos hide won't be enough to pay for the damage. The pompous waste of skin thought that I would associate with monkey? I wish I did not leave her death to you, and instead cut out her heart myself. Still, to take note of my interest in your person was quite perceptive, even more so for a brainless arena witch. Now that our meeting has taken place, my business here is done. I have spent enough time in real space, and it is time to bid you goodbye. You didn't do anything!
I don't want to leave you all alone. You wouldn't appreciate that, would you? Camelites of the Reaving Tempest, I leave this monkey to you. Enjoy yourselves!
So is he like the main bad guy? I don't get this. He's got plot armor because he can just leave whenever he wants to. Oh my fucking god!
Do not plead for swift death.
What the fuck is that? Its bones are on the outside. Chimera? Oh my god. He's the Vegeta of this game if Vegeta was insane. Wait, does that mean he gets to be a good guy? If he's Vegeta, then he gets to join my team, right? I really don't want him on my team, though. Oh, there's the snakes. Oh my god, what do I do? I feel like we should kill the fuck out of these big dog things. I could leave Cassia right here. And then maybe cast a spell to get them all in the same area? Abelard could probably handle the dogs. I don't know, something like that maybe? Imagine having him and Earlet on your team. Funny as shit, throw Heinrichs in there for some real fun. No, I mean, he's like the guy who keeps showing up, says something smug, even though he didn't do anything, and then leaves as if he's the winner. So he's like the Emperor Pilaf? He didn't even do anything, like, for real this time.
I am a navigator, not a servitor.
Okay, they can pass the check. Where the fuck is Earlet? Oh my god, I didn't put Earlet in any cover. I just left her standing there. Whoops. I thought I forgot someone.
Me. You insist, Lord
I might have been able to get that guy. I tried a little harder. Yep. Whoops. Alright, here, like, get behind some cover.
I approach the designated position. I am not your Xenos pet, monkey.
Oh man. That sucks. I don't know how this trap works. I don't know how you make it go off. Damn it.
Request approved. Running binaric override.
That's a big guy. Earlight's fucking dead. Nice dodge.
Isn't this a job for the someone?
Ah, Earlight's down. That sucks. One of my best characters is down immediately. I guess those guys are a lot stronger than I thought they'd be.
I'll see to it personally. I'll make it happen.
Still can't use that.
God Emperor, move through me. Be the fire in my heart.
Ah. How did you even hit Abelard? He's way over there. Zero damage. Zero critical. Alright, we need to run away because that thing is immediately going to attack us. Yeah, we might be in trouble without Earlit. We might be fucked here. This might be a reload. I definitely underestimated these dogs.
My place is at the fore.
Nice! It hit the trap. Ouch. Yeah, these guys hit really hard. This is not going well. This is going... Oh, I can't even use this. Why? Why can't I use this? Did I use it too much? How strong did you think the massive steroid-infused skin dog creature with skeletal claws would be? I mean, slightly less.
If I may, as duty demands.
Nice. Nice.
Me.
Nice. Alright, I can use it again for some reason.
In the name of House Orselium, I shall prevail.
Faith without deeds is worthless.
Can we get here without being hit? Nice.
Doubt is for the weak. I was chosen.
I think that was a misclick because it went from 91% to 1%. I don't not know what just happened there, but that sucks. I need to be more careful with my attacks, apparently. Oh shit, there's a guy right there. Whoops.
The enemies of the Emperor will be undone.
Maybe like right here's good.
As the Emperor commands, I act.
Can I hit from here? Yeah, that says 95. I don't know.
I'll do it. Emperor. As the Emperor commands, I act.
I don't know if I should use that at the beginning of a turn or end of a turn.
Call this a strike.
I've not dealt with these dogs at all. So this is going well. This is fine. This is fine. Ouch. Nice dodge.
Isn't this a job for the serfs?
Nice. Try to kill that guy. Well, I'm dead. Well, I tried. Well, I did my best. Probably gonna hit Abelard. Oh, just hit Pascal. That's cool. Holy fuck. That was great. That was cool. Holy shit. Do that again. Oh, okay, we missed.
That is not the Emperor's will.
That is not the Emperor's will. Nice. Nice. Cassie's just dodging everything. Amazing.
Your last stroke of luck.
There's so many enemies left. Yeah, so the Beastmasters command their beasts. Got it. Got it.
I will do my duty.
Zero damage. 44 damage. It's a little bit better.
Pain and duty go hand in hand.
Captain.
That didn't really do what I wanted it to, but that's okay.
Help me, Lord Captain!
Ouch. Why are you not dead? It's gonna hit Cassia.
Woe to you!
But that thing's gonna die from its burns.
That is an equation. Your life is a negligible variable. My vow is to
I don't know why I clicked on that guy. There's no reason to do that. I don't even know what I'm doing anymore.
Hey,
Good, dead.
cleanses the body.
Magenta, could you kill that dog?
I've suffered.
Beastmaster is really annoying.
It will be done.
Why does it like just randomly? It seems like every other hit misses.
Victory is imminent. Indeed. My ears are ringing.
My ears are ringing. This fight is lasting way too long. It should be done by now. Let's fucking get it over with. Stop attacking me. Probably would have been better to do that in the opposite order. Why won't anything die?
I'm not accustomed to being ordered around.
The Omnissiah knows all, comprehends all.
That thing's really weak against plasma weapons. Alright, I think we've won.
Request denied. The spiritual prognosis is favorable.
I'm not injured. I'm enraged.
Why can't you hit?
Doubt is for the weak. As the Emperor commands, I act. Faith without deeds is worthless.
This fight is taking forever. Holy shit. I just like can't do good damage on any of these enemies.
A tactically sound approach.
Ah! Hit them.
It will be done.
I will tear your heart out for this.
Target well.
Thank God.
I will do my duty.
The last move with Argenta, I just like don't care. I'm not even trying. I just want to finish this. And Argenta like didn't have any. Des, shut the fuck up. Actually, like Christ. Actually, shut the fuck up. Good God. What an unnecessary fucking comment.
Pay for this in blood.
This asshole's just sitting behind cover.
Guided by faith.
Wait, how are there 3 enemies left? This fucker over here.
As the Emperor commands, I act.
Your Cassie has dodged more times in the last 5 minutes than my entire playthrough. It's true.
Ministration is a holy task.
Just a minor setback.
Kill him. Oh my God. It seems like these enemies have this like ability or something. I'm not going to read it, but it seems like every other attack misses. At least the dogs had it. Like every other attack was 0 damage every time. And this motherfucker's so good at dodging. I mean, I'm attacking with a slow hammer, so it makes sense. But fucking hit, Abelard, please. I'm not even using abilities anymore. I don't care. Just everything needs to die. I'm so tired of this specific combat. It's so long.
Always drowned in scarlet.
Just die. Just die.
I'm a navigator.
Die.
Servitor.
Die. Die. Why are you still alive?
You on the art of pain.
Die. 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 Die.
If you insist
Die.
on
Die. 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 I don't know. Buff that guy. Buff the enemy.
You call this a strike?
Oh no, I missed. I swear to God, it is every other shot. Put the trap. Put the trap right here. Hit it with the thing. Oh, I don't have any more action points. Argenta. Just shoot him like a million times. She has one missing action point, probably because she has broken ribs or something. God fucking damn it! Kill him. Just die. Thank you. Abelard, kill them. Kill them. Hamamentum. Thank God. Throws an actual grenade. She's like fucking from the Matrix or some shit. She just can't get hit.
Job for the sun.
Thank fucking God, that was so long. I feel like that specifically was really long. I knew that would make you... Cuz, dude, just fucking think about it. I play this fucking game for like over 110 hours and you're always saying stupid fucking pussy bullshit. Like, nobody fucking cares. God, it actually pisses me off. Like, there's a fucking line where you need to shut the fuck up and stop criticizing my fucking gameplay. Fucking Christ, who would enjoy that? Who would enjoy playing a game for over 100 fucking hours and having someone just criticize them for like some silly fucking turn on a 32 fucking turn combat? Who gives a fucking shit? Well, in what way does it benefit the world to say your fucking toxic fucking post? How does it help anybody? Does it make you feel good? It makes me feel like shit. It's so fucking annoying. Jesus fucking Christ. Good God. I will not read your tooltips. Thank you. I agree. I agree. I will not. Fucking Cassia dodged like a fucking motherfucker. I don't know what item I put on her, but she's just like impossible to get hit. I don't know what it is. Good Lord. It is so hot in here. Hold on. I need to get a fan. I don't even care about my salty fucking rage posting right now. My fucking... Fuck off, Des. Fuck off. Fucking Christ. I've been recommended 4 separate fucking games by Des in like 2 fucking weeks. Good fucking Lord. Everyone's got a limit. Everyone's got a fucking limit. You're cursing too much. See? It's never ending. Good fucking Lord. Yeah, well, maybe you should play them faster. I'm just gonna turn this into... I'm gonna get the ultimate revenge on Des, and I'm just gonna fucking play Rabby Ribby for the rest of my life. Ah, man, not having an air conditioner in this room is a problem. I'm going to die in the summer. All right. What can I do next to piss off Des? Any recommendations, chat? What can I do? What can I do to get the funny German man angry at me? It's possible to not have AC in Japan. I have AC in my big room, but like if I got another air conditioner, like I'd have to get another one to connect it to this room. It'd just be a lot of money for one room. That fan feels good though. I don't know if that picks up on the mic though. Your Lordship, thanks to your breakthrough, we were able to clear out the estate. Right now, with the aid of your ship's augurs, from orbit, the surface troops are sweeping the streets of the Hive. Squads have been sent deeper into the city. Several units have been assigned. My apologies, of course. You will learn of all of this from the reports. You should hand Irlet over to the Inquisition. It would be really funny. I should only have Idira on my team at all times. That would make Des happy. That would make him happy. Your appearance on Dargonis is a boon from the God Emperor, who has brought us salvation. On behalf of all of Dargonis and House Worsarian, I thank you for delivering us from our foes. I need to put some money in my account so I can spend some money on foreign games instead of Japanese games. I'm not hearing enough awe and servility in your voice, Clencia. Is this how you show your gratitude to your savior? Try one more time. I was doing my duty, nothing more. Stop wasting time talking and tend to your duties. There is still much work to be done. After such a debacle in our defenses, Clementia, you and the other mediocrities who supposedly look after my capital world can expect a thorough purge in the near future. And by your will, we have preserved countless lives, your lordship. Dargonis owes you a debt that can never be repaid, I know. We will continue the cleanup of the estate and the neighboring territories. We must deal with the rubble, the corpses, and any other after effects of the fighting. The surviving forces will be enough to repel any sporadic enemy attacks if any are launched. According to the latest reports, the Xenos are pulling out en masse. If other matters require your attention, I won't detain you any longer. Please allow us to ensure that Dargonis is returned to its former glory. Well, I did it. Return to the ship. Des, can we get a level up? You owe me a level up. Because I did a little poo-poo pee-pee. I did a little poo-poo pee-pee because you're a meanie. So we can be friends again if you tell me how to level up these characters. Pee-pee poo-poo.
About you.
Where? It says there's like an item over here. Where? Oh. See, I can never read this map. We can be friends for 5 minutes. So, okay, I've been preparing for... Oh my god, is that guy's leg just off? I've been preparing for a playthrough of the Elder Scrolls. Like the older versions of the games. So I finally got a pretty good setup for Arena. It's probably not going to be that long of a playthrough because it's pretty short on content. But yeah, I want to do some Arena and Daggerfall and Morrowind. I mean, I'm talking like this is going to be like years of content. It's not going to be like something I like. I'm always jumping around with my goals, but I finally got a nice setup for Arena. It only took me like 5 years of research. Like, actually, not kidding. I've been trying to get Arena running properly, and finally there was a big development with DOSBox staging, which allows you to emulate Arena more accurately and not poo-poo like it has been for a very, very, very long time. I finally remapped all my keys, and yeah, it runs pretty well, so we're gonna do that. Original Daggerfall or Unity Daggerfall? I want to play Original Daggerfall for... I want to play it for a little bit. I don't know if I'd do a full playthrough, but I want to play it for a little bit and then switch over to Unity. The thing is, I know that Unity is like the better way to play it, but I kind of don't like the way it looks, because the thing is, when you look at footage of original Daggerfall, it looks like a DOS game. And when you look at footage of Daggerfall Unity, it looks like a DOS game that's running in Unity. Like, the 3D world rendering it's jarring, and so I would like to at least try the original Daggerfall for a while. Unity Daggerfall has so many improvements that it's easily the better way to play it, but a big thing for me with retro games is getting them to look the way that they looked, and yeah, I don't really like the way that looks. There is someone developing an Arena remake. But it's several years in the making so far, and they're just adding enemies now. But yeah, I love Arena and Daggerfall. I've played them before, not a lot, but I think they're really cute games, and I love that. Essentially, I don't know how many people know this, but essentially, Elder Scrolls came out of the fact that Bethesda was developing an arena battler, and then Ultima Underworld came out, and it was basically their George Lucas Titanic Star Wars Episode 1 situation, where they're like, ah, fuck. Ultima Underworld came out and is exactly what we wanted to make our game, and it's just better in every way. So they virtually scrapped fucking everything they were doing and ham-fisted it into an open world dungeon explorer game. And that like jealousy or competitiveness is what birthed the Elder Scrolls series. And there's something really, really fucking Bethesda and really charming about that, of just like, I don't know, there's something really ragtag about Bethesda, and they've always been ragtag, like bottom of the barrel, stitching stuff together, paper clips and rubber bands. And I really like that. There's something really charming about that. It's just really funny to look at Arena and be like, it's a clone of Arena, it's a clone of Ultima Underworld. I mean, the big difference is Ultima Underworld was a small panel on your screen. It was a small screen, and then Arena's up the full screen, which is cool. But I mean, once you get certain spells in Arena, like Pass Wall, the game becomes like super awesome. And like, I really like how people always say it's procedurally generated. It's not. Arena and Daggerfall aren't procedurally generated. That's a misunderstanding. They were procedurally generated, but they aren't procedurally generating, right? But it's cool because it's like they couldn't make this map work properly, so instead you like talk to people and be like, where's the nearest dungeon? They tell you where the dungeon is. There's something really charming about it. I don't know. It's a good game. It's not as janky as you think. It seems janky at first impression. It's really janky, but once you know what to do and like how to get certain spells that make the game easier, then it becomes really, really awesome. But yeah, and Daggerfall is just an improvement in every way. Yeah, I don't know. And then Morrowind's like the first, like, I don't know, Morrowind and Daggerfall are really, really different, but it's always been like fantasy sims, and that's what I really like about those games. And Skyrim, as much as I have Skyrim, and I think it's my favorite Elder Scrolls game, it's much more of like a handcrafted world compared to their original, just kind of Dungeons and Dragons simulator. Literally, the whole room is covered in blood, innards, and various body parts. Oh my god, does that guy have a cut on his leg? I played highly modded Daggerfall last year. It was tons of fun. It works. Daggerfall is genuinely fantastic in almost every way. If it weren't for Morrowind's incredible lore, Daggerfall would be my favorite in the series. Yeah, I don't know. And my favorite part about the Elder Scrolls is that almost all of its lore comes from the character creator in Arena. So when I play through Arena, I'm going to have to go through the character creator and read all of the options. Almost everything comes from there. Almost the entire game the lore was devised like in Arena and then Daggerfall. Yeah, I don't know. I think you get this like Arena and Daggerfall is this big procedurally generated world with like nothing in it, and then as you after Daggerfall you get to Morrowind where it's like much smaller in scope but much richer in lore. Yeah, I don't know. Again, I don't really view games as good or bad or better than others, so I think they're all unique and interesting in their own way. I really like Morrowind too. All right, let's do a level up. I don't really know why people always compare games and stuff. Like I kind of abandoned that mindset a long time ago. There's so many fucking good games out there, like can't compare them. Ever played Morrowind? Morrowind's great. People always complain like, "Oh, Morrowind doesn't feel good because you're swinging and you're missing." It's like, fuck off. There's so many games like that where the visuals, like, come on. It's dice rolls. The dice rolls aren't even that bad. Just fucking level up your skills properly and then you don't miss. I guarantee that anyone that's complaining about like your attacks not hitting in Morrowind literally just made their character wrong, and read the guide, read the read the manual that comes with the game, know how to make your character, and then you're not missing anymore. Like, yeah, you invest all your points in like hammers and then you're attacking with a sword and you're missing. No fucking way. Maybe one day. Yeah, I don't really care about that either. Yeah, you gotta play Morrowind. It's actually really good. The best part of Morrowind is that it's just like really alien. That's the cool part about Morrowind. It feels unique. It's like Abe's Odyssey or like, you know, those kind of weird, like goofy, silly alien type games. Roll is against all odds. Master Tactician begins combat with additional stacks of tactical advantage equal to the number of enemies. Yeah, then take that one. Got it. Calm and steady. While under the effect of confident approach, the Arch Militant keeps half of the usual bonuses from versatility. Neat. Hunter's Ambush. When the bounty hunter performs a single shot attack on an immobilized or stunned target, this attack refunds its cost and does not count for the attack limit once per round. That's neat. CT Willpower Stable Roots? CT Willpower. Stable Roots. Whenever the Navigator uses a Navigator power, Veil Degradation is reduced by -1. That's really good. Breaking Attack. Devastating Attack also reduces the enemy's armor by a -7% and toughness by -10 until the end of combat. Does not stack. Ballistic Skill. Professional Acumen. Every turn, the first use of an assassin ability costs 0 AP. Awesome, thank you. Alright, I think we're done here.
Rise to the...
Rise to the... Oh, that's right, we have to, like, navigate. I hear there's a really good translation of the Dragon Quest X MMO.
Let us not dawdle.
Can we just, like, take one of these speeders with us? Like, why not? We should be able to operate it until it blows up or something. Dragon Quest 11 is still on your backlog. Speaking of, shouldn't there be a new game by now? It feels like it's been 5 years since I played through Dragon Quest 11. 11 was so fucking good, man. Welcome back, Lord Captain. During your absence, we assisted the ground forces by coordinating their movements from orbit. Detailed casualty and damage reports have been submitted for your perusal. I was just kind of tooting her own horn. It is with deepest awe that I inform you that the timely intervention... You made it to Dargonis before it could be devastated by the Drukhari. And the resilience of the world's defenders managed to break the back of the raid, which had threatened to turn into a protracted war. Dargonis suffered losses, but the Hive has sufficient capacity to restore the administrative networks and industries as expeditiously as possible. The world remains intact despite the insidious blow dealt by the Xenos. I have been given Scalander's reports that he failed to deliver in time. They indicate that Xenos activity dropped sharply after you departed for the Cineris Maleficum. Considering the scale of the Dargonis raid, it is safe to assume the Drukhari used up all the forces at their disposal and may now require some time to replenish the losses. Achilles is presently recuperating from his severe wounds, and without his aid, we are temporarily blind to the scheming of these enemies of humanity. However, our strategists are still hoping for a lull in attacks and raids, which will allow us to gather our strength for a new conflict. Question. So the new DLC, Lex Imperialis, it starts in Act 2. If I go to Act 3, am I going to be missing out on content? Should I just sideline going to Act 3 until the DLC releases so then I can do it? I mean, it's not like taking some time off from Rogue Trader is going to make a huge difference. I've already been playing it since like February. It was alright. Is the highest praise. Samham's very Austrian. Is Samham's Austrian? Combat was really tight if done at the right levels, but also turn RNG was annoying on some bosses. Good question. That is a good question. That's why I'm like I'm of the mindset to just abandon the DLC. Because I can just come back to this game in a couple years when all the DLC is out, bug fixes are out, and then just play through the game and have a great time. Like, he's like a German, but with a funny accent. All right. Wrong, it's you who has an accent. My accent is so strong that even other Germans comment on it, so yeah. I don't know how to explain that to Jem, though. I don't know. I never felt like your accent was particularly strong. I know lots of German people. Alright, I guess we just, like, can go to Kiava Gamma now. Oh, wait, no, wait. Wasn't I gonna do something else? I should go to my planets and try to get my colonies to move. I haven't heard you speak German. Well, I was assuming that you had an accent in whatever language you're talking. Well. The Lord Captain's presence will be required. The Lord Captain's presence will be required. Alright, let's go to Foulstone. The Lord Captain retreats to his study to reflect on recent events, but his train of thought is interrupted by the muffled creak of the door and the sound of soft footsteps. I have a regional accent that most people in Germany don't really know about. He pronounces a whole bunch of words simply the wrong way and refuses to change his ways, also known as Ockerplatt. Elentak, I finally found you in this dwelling. Irlet comes closer and smoothly makes an unfamiliar gesture with her hands. This symbol has many meanings. Humility, grief, loss, shame, regret. I hope you will accept them all, because I am sorry for what happened to your world, to your subjects, to your palace, and for what my kin did to them. Your kin? You have never referred to the Drukhari as such before. Why are you apologizing? It is not your fault. I should not have underestimated my enemies. I will not make the same mistake again. Your apologies will not bring back what has been lost. Thank you, truly. Thank you. For a few seconds, Irlet is silent. It's like how a Texan has a certain twang to their speech. I don't know. I wouldn't know about accents because I have a beautiful Midwestern accent, the best of all accents. It's like if you were to meet someone who's lived in a 100 people village, the Rocky Mountains for the... We come from the same source, Alantak. We share the same blood, even though the Drukhari's blood is distorted and their soul is empty. It is a fact that cannot simply be brushed aside. Why are you apologizing? It's not your fault. Irlet shudders so slightly that you almost miss it. She opens her mouth, then turns away, searching for the right words. My words will not heal the wounds, nor bring back the fallen, and they will not restore your protectorate. However, I mean, I don't really feel particularly bad about what happened. Like, that was my second time on my own planet. Irlet falls silent, and her deep, piercing gaze seems to reach down into the very depths of your soul. Irlet, what's wrong? Is there something on my face? Is that all, or did you want to tell me something? Look silently back at her. Look, Alantak, the gaze of a child of Assyrian can penetrate deeper than a monkey's, and I can see all the heaviness that has accumulated in your soul during our travels. I see it. In your gestures, in the tilt of your head, in the change in your scent. If you allow me, this is the first time you have heard Irlet sound so indecisive and guilty. I will help you to cast off this burden and cleanse your soul and mind of worry. What do you mean? I feel perfectly well. The burden of my responsibilities has indeed weighed heavily upon me of late. How exactly are you going to help me? I do not need to be cared for. Irlet nods in understanding. Together we can try to ease that burden. She's seducing me! It is difficult to describe, Alantak, but your soul shines bright and your mind is strong enough for you to be able to immerse yourself in your own mind and cleanse it of unnecessary cares. I am still not sure that your species is capable of such a thing, but it is worth a try. If nothing comes out of it, then the only thing you will lose is a small fraction of your time. And I will be your guide on this journey. I will help you to enter the meditative state, to get to know yourself. Of course, that is if you let me. Immersing yourself in your soul is a deeply intimate process, but you will not be able to do it without me. Irlet thoughtfully brushes a strand of red hair seductively away from her seductive alien's seductive face. And I promise you, Alantak, that I will not judge you for your small monkey penis. You, your world, or anything that takes place inside it. We will see only what you want to see. Ha! Irlet, how much did I fail it by? Okay, 50-50. Irlet awaits your answer patiently. Her pose, a tad stiff, betrays her anxiety, but that is to be expected. She has decided to conduct a sacred Aldari rite in order to help a human. Delving into one's inner world, is it painful? Very well, Irlet, show me my inner world. Irlet nods slowly. She is clearly surprised by your compliance. Then we need to find a suitable place, somewhere quiet and serene. I'm sure your monkey penis will look grotesque, but I am interested. Let go of everything, Alantak. Doubts, fears, emotions. Cast off the weight of your body. Clear your mind. Good. Now try to look inside your soul. Look at it shining timidly and dive in. Sploosh? What the fuck? Is this like a map? Are we doing like a thing? Failed the awareness check on her soaking wet panties. I know, right? We did it, Alantak. So far, your world resembles a real one, but soon you will learn to go deeper. She's probing me. Remember that everyone here is just a reflection of your thoughts, feelings, and desires. Do not be afraid to look them in the eyes. This is cute, actually. Why is this game so fucking wholesome? Like, if you could convince me this was made by, like, some fucking ultra woke, like... You could easily convince me this was made by, like, I don't know, like, the Dragon Age devs or something. But, it, like, I just did not expect the grimdark future to be so heartwarming. Oh, that doesn't look good. These are all me, standing next to other people. Your words could be misconstrued. I am a mutant. Are you just toying with me? It is natural for a monkey to desire closeness with their own kind, but this same desire gives rise to doubt. This is cool as hell. Fresh blood soaks into the priceless silk coverlets, forming an ugly stain under the corpse. Your corpse. All sentient beings are afraid of death. you have to accept the fear first before you can get rid of it. Accept your fears. Did you just compare this game to Dragon Age? Yes, Des. I know it's hard to understand the deep complexities of my speech, but just, you know, just try to bear it, okay? It takes a big IQ to understand my metaphors. I don't blame you for not getting it. Standing at the helm, peering into the darkness of the cosmos, you feel as lonely among the stars as I among my kin. Dispel your loneliness. Heinrichs. Am I here to kill you, to betray you, to serve you? Am I friend or foe? What do you think, Grigor? Bye. Cabela. Love, a hollow word, Dom and Grigor. Do you not see that I only have the undying one in my heart? Not you, not ever. Bye. You are reaching out to a soul you do not fully understand. You are afraid that your differences will only cause you pain. Do not let fear dictate your fate. We got rid of one rogue trader, and we'll get rid of him too. Everyone from the lower decks to the senior officers hate him. I hear their Vox transmissions. Mutiny is brewing. As long as I still can use his thrones, I don't care. Once betrayed, it is hard to put one's trust in others again, especially those closest and most loyal to us.
Always keep your eye on the prize.
Of course, I'm with you only because of your throne and your power, Shedian. You didn't hope my feelings were genuine, did you? The fear of being used, we all have it, but the more we have to give, the stronger it grows. Dispel your exhaustion. The burdens of responsibility lies on your shoulder, and attacking your soul grows dull from weariness. Break the chains of exhaustion. You know you're just having your feelings be analyzed by an animal handler. Kunrad Voigtveer. Have you already forgotten me, Grigor? Oh, don't ever forget me, not even for a moment, because as soon as you turn away, I'll plunge my sword into... I don't know who this monkey is, but your memories of him are akin to slimy mud after the rain. Let's wash it. Alright, I can't read this shit fast enough. Why? This game's always been, like, really fucking, like, long-winded, and then suddenly it's not anymore. Because as soon as you turn away, I will plunge the shard of my sword into your throat. I do not know who this monkey is, but your memories of them are akin to slimy mud after the rain. Let's wash it away with spring water, shall we? Pulls out water bottle. Bloop, 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 bloop. You should be able to read this 500-word paragraph in 10 seconds.
I always keep my options open.
In truth, you believe in nothing at all, Grigor. Not the God Emperor, not the arch enemy, or even people. You barely believe in yourself. I pity you. Hey, Theodora. I am proud of you, Grigor. You have become a worthy successor, and perhaps even the best Lord Captain. Some words you need to hear at least once to believe them. Putting on airs, Lord Captain, you are as distant from the common folk as rusty old footfall is from Terra. Hey look, it's Mirazai.
Is there money to be made?
You just got lucky, monkey. But luck is the only thing you have. You are weak, so prepare to suffer. Only the mad and the foolish never doubt their strength. The wise are full of doubt, but they know how to let go of them. Lord Captain, your decision will doom us all. Lowly pirates perish, risking nothing but their own skin. But what of you? You are putting the lives of thousands of crew members and billions of Protectorate subjects in danger. What, you don't have any comment on Abelard? Okay. Unit Grigor von Valancius' crimes against the sacred laws of the Omnissiah have been logged. Retribution is imminent. Armor effect applied. What the fuck?
I always have a backup plan.
Did I miss a ghost? What the fuck is going on in here? If the light of the Emperor alone can be our guiding beacon, yet only true gods grant power, Is it possible to achieve peace in all corners of the universe? You first must find peace inside your own soul. To the void with the soul gods and friends. Only power can bend the galaxy to one's will. Ah ha 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 ha, says the pink horror. Your soul resembles an untended garden where the weeds are suffocating fragile flower seedlings. Free yourself from your unnecessary burden, Elentok, and let serenity enter your soul. Good job. Good job. This is a good therapy session. What is this, monkey? The voice of your incorporeal echo that has made your soul its home seems to sound only in your head. This is the conversation we had before. Irileth's face tenses in surprise, her features becoming even sharper as she stares in confusion at the ghostly figures. She says nothing, stealing glances at you, then at the figures again, as if she's waiting for something. Irileth is like having her own therapy session inside of my therapy session. Why are you so surprised about these particular echoes of my world? Irileth averts her uncertain gaze. I did not think there would be a place for me inside a human soul, and the memory itself clean, not distorted. This is something I must reflect upon and ponder in solitude. When you strive to know someone, they inevitably become part of you. Irileth gives you a strange look. Your words trouble me with their sincerity, Elentok. Your mind is much clearer and loftier than I imagined. To become a part of someone. For a second, Irileth lapses into thought. A strange feeling envelops your body. You feel yourself becoming lighter than air, and inside your mind your thoughts are racing at an incredible speed. You are not yet aware that you are looking through the eyes of your ghostly echo and are observing from afar, all at the same time. The inner world changes under the force of your will, and you can now control your own echo. You can do something that you would not dare to do in the real world. Make your echo touch Irileth's echo's hand. Make your echo kiss Irileth's echo. Make your echo embrace Irileth's echo. Resist the temptation. Ah! Oh no. No, Abelard is 100% correct. What do I choose? I want to embrace her. Okay, before I make a choice, is one of these like clearly just gonna fuck, like, I don't want to like fuck it up and have to redo all this. I don't want to just kiss her. I feel like that's like too far. And then touching her hand is maybe more appropriate. Just follow your heart. Alright, I'm gonna embrace her. When your soul's echo touches the ghostly skin of the Eldari, the real Irileth recoils in horror. So these are the dormant desires lurking in the depths of your soul, monkey. I promise not to judge you, but this is not something I can tolerate enough. Wow, fuck off, bitch. you promised not to you promised not to judge me, and immediately you're being intolerant. Wow. Yeah, any of these would piss her off, yeah. Did I fuck up? Was I supposed to not do anything? I feel like if I didn't do anything, then my romance with her wouldn't continue. I thought I had to like do something. Is the proper romance approach to not do anything? It immediately ends her companionship questline. For fuck's sake! That's counterintuitive. I'm sorry. That's counterintuitive. Which one should I go to? This one? That sucks because it's like do I want to it's like the game's like telling me like give her space or and never follow the relationship, or try to make a move and like move things forward. That's it. I'm sorry, that seems really counterintuitive. I know that physical contact, I get it, but like clearly you're supposed to like start trying to win her over. Nah, that's dumb. That's dumb. I think that's dumb. Where was I going? You're an old horn dog. No, it's the romantic thing to do to try to push her boundaries, to get her to open up. She's the one who came to my room to give me mind therapy. The game even goads you into it, saying you're able to do something you would never be able to do normally. It's like, this is my chance. Nah, the game goaded me into getting the bad end. I mean, Cassie is my lady, but still. All right, this time I'm gonna like save. I should have saved, but she's right there beside you watching. Nah. It was real in my mind. Exactly. Like, if any, her race should know. I always hate that. Our race is so advanced, and we've shunned all emotions because one time we had too many emotions, and then everything sucked. It's like, fuck off. Those kind of races always bother me. It's just like in Star Trek or whatever with the Vulcans. It's like, we're only logical. Shut the fuck up. It's Viconia all over again. Best girl giving you a billion shit tests. I mean, Cassia is clearly the best girl. Oh, this sucks. Having to do this all over again. I probably fucked up Jai's romance too, because I didn't like bang her on her birthday because it seemed like really inappropriate to seduce her at her own birthday party thingy. So that's probably done, but it's okay. I don't really, if I don't get to continue Jai's romance, I don't really care. I don't know how many chances you get with romances in these games. I think the only CRPG romance that I was generally touched by is the one in Planescape Torment.
Always keep your eye on the prize.
Did I fuck up Jay's questline? Do I get to keep doing her questline?
Rise to the top, or get left in the dust.
It was like her birthday, and it was like, seduce her or don't seduce her. And then we ended up waking up in bed, and it seemed like we didn't hook up. But I don't think it was related to her romance. I think it was just related to her companion questline. I don't really care anyway. I just don't want to like miss out on some cool storyline or something.
Let us not dawdle.
All Jay needs is a better character character portrait. Not as bad as Adira's. They really screwed it up from the concept art. I love standing and watching things happen.
Is there money to be made?
You mean I can romance the cute fish mutant princess, the tsundere space elf, or the BDSM goth chick? Nah, I'm gonna go for... She's not that bad. It's just her... I don't even think her... I don't know. I think you're very biased against her. I think she's totally fine. Adira is the one that I'm like least attracted to, mostly because of her personality. Des, before you start calling ladies hags, I think you need to take a long look in the mirror, okay? You and Irlit stand together in complete silence for a while, tense and awkward at first, then soft and enveloping. You feel Irlit sighing ever so slightly, and you hear the sadness hidden in her voice. But she remains silent until the ghostly figures around you start to disappear. Men age like fine wine. That's what my dada used to tell me. I literally look like I'm 22. Haven't aged a day since. I think I look pretty young for my age, but now I have gray hair, so it doesn't really count. You and Irlit stand together in complete silence for a while, tense and awkward at first, then soft and enveloping. You feel Irlit sigh ever so slightly, and you hear the sadness hidden in her voice, but she remains silent until the ghostly figures around you start to disappear. You do look pretty young. People still estimate me to be in my mid-20s. You'd be a Chad if you weren't extremely small. That's what makes me cute. It is time to return, Elentak. Your soul is not yet strong enough to endure prolonged immersion. Take a deep breath and... It's getting too romantic. We need to leave. That's why you moved to Japan, you cheater. Okay, to be fair, moving to Japan to be average height is not bad, but also Japanese people are getting way taller. Like, all of the young Japanese people are huge. They're gigantic. Like, all of the high schoolers are like almost 2 meters tall. Everybody's gigantic. I'm like, what is going on? What is going on? They all look like shoujo characters. They're huge. Okay, 1.7 meters is pretty tall. That's pretty tall. Like for a Japanese person. Do the Japanese girls become huge as well? There are some taller Japanese girls. You awaken from your meditation with a sense of vigor and unusual calm. As if you have just taken a shower under a freezing waterfall or delivered a speech in front of thousands of subjects and your heart swells from the crowd's adulation. Oh yeah, those are two extraordinarily comparable things. A cold waterfall or standing in front of thousands of people and giving a speech. Very, very, very comparable. Grigor, you are awake. Irlit starts at her own words, realizing that this is the first time she has ever called you by your name. Your soul shines too radiantly for a human, despite all the litter that has accumulated in your soul. You can get rid of litter, but the light, try to preserve it, Grigor. It draws the eye, like bright stars in the night sky. That's cute. I can't believe that this man, who seems to be living in paradise, can be so angry all the time. I'm not even angry all the time. What are you talking about? Bro, that's literally the average height for Scandinavian women. The average height for Japanese women is like 150 centimeters. I'm telling you, no, they're getting taller. They're definitely getting taller. The younger generation, they're huge. They're all basketball players. course, your world is not as beautiful and serene as mine, but I was glad to see it. Wow, I feel as if I have been reborn. It's not litter, it's my inner world. Will you help me with meditation again? When we were meditating, you did not seem surprised by my relationships with our mutual acquaintances. Will I be able to see your world? Thank you for showing me this part of myself. Which one do I, how do I not fuck up? Can I choose see her world? That's your perception because he's like that when you talk to him. You can go top to bottom. Oh, okay, awesome. This is the cleansing of your soul, and Elentak. I hope that now you understand the importance of keeping it free from unnecessary litter. I did not mean to hurt you with my words, Elentak. You saw how much heaviness had amassed in your heart. Try to take care of it. Will you help me again? I do not know. Perhaps someday, she replies vaguely. She shrugs indifferently. You long for that which human nature desires, for intimacy with your own kind. I can understand that. She shakes her head. I do not think so, Elentak. It is impossible to know everything in this world, no matter how much we would like to. And still, my heart sings, for I have helped you find peace, even if only for a short while. I like how nice she's being. Holy shit, she's like actually being kind. Until we meet again, Elentak. May the stars guide us along the safe roads. Lord Captain, the Enforcers have discovered a mysterious tool from the armory of the void ship Morningstar on the officer's deck. On the Seneschal's orders, it has been placed inside your safe in your quarters. It's my shovel! It's my shovel. Yes. Yes. Perfect. I finally got my shovel. All right, let's start exploring my colonies. Probably need to talk to my companions at some point. But that kind of sounds like a lot of work. My son, it's time to gear up for the coming battles against terrifying Xenos horrors and countless other unimaginable enemies of humanity. You can have this staff infused with terrible powers in the possession of our great family for generations to bolster your psychic abilities beyond imagination. Or this AliExpress shovel. Alright, I want to go to Foulstone first. Right? Well, I guess it doesn't matter where I go first, does it? We got Janus. What do? I want to continue my colonies, but I can't. I've got the Reaping, Capella, Biologists, and Dark Sages. I could do this one, but I need to finish Giants. Where's Giants? don't have one called Giants. I don't have mechanisms. I don't have enough Kazbalic emission. It's easier if you do Kiavagama first. Alright, do Kiavagama first and then go to my colony stuff. What about going here and doing these ones? Blackmail and whispers behind your back. What do you think, Des? Do Kiavagama, then do all your companion quests while waiting for your colonies to finish building whatever you want to build and solve all the crises there, obviously. And then it's off to Act 3, pretty much. I don't think I have any more companion quests. I only have this one. Alright, then let's go to Kiavagama. Alright, and then you could do the first half of the DLC. Yeah. Lord Captain, according to telemetry, we are in the system of Kiavagama, the main industrial world of Von Valancia's dynasty. However, our astropaths report that attempts to contact Governor Gaprak have been unsuccessful. You can technically do that in Act 4 as well, but it's paced in a way that makes sense to do it in Act 2 first. But wait, the Voxmaster is silent for a few seconds. Lord Captain, a new report. Kiavagama is sending a request to exchange data. Should we accept it? As you command, Lord Captain, the Voxmaster switches to a nearby comm channel to relay your instructions to the crew. For several minutes, nothing happens. Suddenly, a deafening screech erupts from the bridge's Vox system. You hear violent tirades of garbled binary code, like the low chuckles of machinery. Lord Captain, interference detected in the compartment's Vox system. Looks like the bridge is cut off from the rest of the void ship. Sector Coronis Expanse, region Cineris Maleficum. Location Cranach. Material Pict report on events on the bridge on approach to Kiavagama. Recorded by Servo Skull Watcher XVI. Start of Pict recording. The void ship's bridge. Sound of working cogitators and officers' footsteps. The everyday scene is interrupted by an ear-splitting beeping sound, followed by lumens going out. In the dim glow of candles and emergency lights, one of the officers in frame cries out. Another falls to their knees, clutching her head. Over the beeping of Voxes, shouts can only just be heard. What's going on? The doors are locked. We've lost contact with all compartments. One of the bridge officers turns to the throne. Lord Captain, the Vox stations are malfunctioning and overloading the system. None of our outgoing transmissions are getting through. The incoming ones that do make it are distorted beyond interpretation. The Lord Captain gives orders to decipher the incoming Vox transmissions at all costs. Continue sending orders from the bridge and request status updates from the other compartments. Proceed. A team of decryption experts gets to work. Data tethers are inserted into sockets as they connect to the cogitators. One of the Vox clerics leans over the console. Another is writing something on a piece of parchment. But then she bursts into maniacal laughter and stabs herself in the eye with a steel quill. Another scream. A tech priest, who is mid-prayer, tears himself to pieces with his own mechadendrites. More and more lunatics are mutilating themselves and lunging at others. Portion of Pict recording damaged after contact with unknown object. An enforcer shoves a rabid servitor away from the Lord Captain as he rushes to help the crew, shouting out orders. Executes one of the lunatics and roars a series of orders to the rest. Begins methodically exterminating any who show signs of madness. The madman's body falls at the rogue trader's feet as his commanding voice, magnified by a Vox amplifier, carries over the noise. He orders the crew to master themselves immediately, promising to personally execute anyone who fails to do so. Some of the lunatics quiet down, others try to snap out of it. One pins her hand to a panel with a dagger to stop herself from moving. Another fervently whispers prayers. Some return to the cogitators. Others lean over the wounded, Shots ring out. Those still on a rampage are executed by the rogue trader himself, as promised. Look at everyone just going fucking nuts. Everyone just going fucking nuts. Look at that guy. He's having a good day. That guy's eyeballs just came out. Scrap code. The voice belongs to the on-deck engine seer who has turned to the Lord Captain from his station. We have been attacked with scrap code, a tech heresy designed to corrupt machines. The transmission received from the planet was infected with this taint, and it is now running through the ship's veins. Omnissiah, preserve us. The Voidborn officer appears before the Lord Captain once more. Whatever it is that's attacking us, we have a backup procedure that can circumvent the Vox barrier. In the atrium leading to the bridge, there is a terminal for an isolated system that might still be unaffected. A loud pop. The pipes over the officer's head burst, and a blast of hot air flings the Voidborn away from the Lord Captain, his body slamming straight through a cogitator panel. The pick frame spins uncontrollably. The servo skull was jolted by the gust. The pick recorder fogs over, the Vox picking up the crackling of electricity and a death cry. Gas on the bridge! A junior attendant shouts and instantly doubles over, inhaling the poisoned air. The rogue trader gives the order to evacuate immediately. Commands the crew to carry on with their duties until the very last. Runs for his life. The rogue trader personally oversees the evacuation. Bring the plasma cutters. Get the wounded to the exit. The officers repeat his orders. When the servo skull following the rogue trader reaches the doors, they fall to the plasma cutters and crumble outward. The rogue trader is the last to leave the bridge. Leaning on the support beam, the rogue trader takes several deep breaths, trying to flush his lungs with air. Then he straightens, smooths his uniform, and heads toward a goal known only to him. The servo skull follows. The atrium is in a state of panic. Silhouettes skitter about in the dark hall, illuminated only by the flickering of emergency lumens. Curt orders and someone's feverish words of prayer can be heard. Having lost all communication, the beheaded ship is writhing in agony. It takes a while for the Lord Captain to find the cogitator mentioned by the fallen officer. The panel of the isolated terminal is riddled with cracks and bloodstains, and on the floor by the terminal, a tech priest is lying in a heap with his head smashed, and technical liquids mixed with blood oozing out of his ports. The Lord Captain decides to take his chances restoring the terminal. The rogue trader rips the power key off the tech priest's mechadendrite and opens the cover on the terminal. Sparks fly into his face, but he's confident in his manipulation of the tangled wires and clanging levers. After replacing the cover and ensuring that the system is restored, the Lord Captain brings up the required data on the screens. The maintenance bay is sending out hundreds of desperate distress calls that have gone unanswered up to now. When the machines went out of control and started turning people insane, others, driven by some hateful and paranoid logic, started butchering the servants of the Adeptus Mechanicus. The tech priests have sustained heavy losses, but the remains of the cult are still holding the line. Out of everything that's happening on the ship, the situation in the maintenance bay is the direst. The Lord Captain knows where his help is needed most. He decides to head to the maintenance bay himself, send officers to the compartment where the situation is critical. The rogue trader arrives not a moment too soon. The crew, frightened out of their wits, have already cornered the priests of the Omnissiah and are about to execute them. The Lord Captain stands between the angry mob and the tech priests, his sheer presence already giving the crowd pause. Partially cutting off any objections from the crew, the rogue trader orders the officers he gathered on the way here to escort the mutineers out and set up a guard post outside the bay, where the tech priests begin to offer desperate prayers to the crippled machine spirits. Return to the bridge. The walk to the bridge is uneventful. The crisis has passed, although wounded and crippled. The ship nevertheless is returning to its normal operation. Life on the bridge is as bustling as ever. Even though the people are surrounded by destruction, the senior officers have the situation under control, and the people have been organized. The emergency crew have already finished repairing the pipes. The technomats are setting up cogitators and consoles, and the healers are bagging up what few corpses there are and examining the wounded. By the comm station, the rogue trader runs into the Voxmaster. Praise the Emperor, you're in one piece, Lord Captain. The situation on board is satisfactory. I was just in the middle of setting up comm channels. Soon all the Voxcasters will be fully operational. Another man appears in the pick frame. A junior officer, completely out of breath, carrying a heap of scrolls. The Voxmaster nods at him. Ah, here you are. Here are the reports, Lord Captain. If you find yourself able to return to your station, I can immediately give you a rundown of the state of affairs on the ship. End of pick recording. That didn't go very well. Lord Captain, the Voxmaster's voice is quivering with exhaustion. The situation has been brought under control, more or less. It will take some time to eliminate the consequences of the attack completely, but the vessel is capable of motion. We may even be able to conduct a warp jump if you feel we should leave the system. Allow me to bring you up to date. Fortunately, the bridge suffered only minor losses. The reports mention only a few casualties that have already been replaced. Kiava Gamma went silent after transmitting the harmful signal. I will refrain from sending inquiries to the industrial world to avoid a second attack. I am afraid we have exhausted our options for remote analysis. More information can only be obtained by closing the distance or even sending an away party to the planet's surface. The Vox clicks as Heinrichs joins the channel. The time has come to remind you about our agreement, Grigor. I must be present in your entourage during your expedition to Kiava Gamma. I'm counting on your cooperation. The crew is awaiting further instructions, Lord Captain. Well. Flame in the dark. Most of the surface of Kiava Gamma is covered in ore mining operations. The optimal place to begin the on-world reconnaissance is the planet's largest manufacturer. Never found out which artist did these. He must be new to Owlcat. He's got a really great style. Kind of like old Fairy Tale Brothers Grimm kind of looking. This dwarf planet is marked on the Von Valancia's protectorate charts as Otley, and serves as a backup source of water for the habitable worlds of neighboring systems. Due to the abundance of bacteria proliferating in the Otley hydrosphere, the extraction of ice was stopped half a century ago, but much to your officer's surprise, the augurs detected an unidentified mining rig deep underground. Presumably, the excavation is aimed at extracting clay minerals near the planet's core, enriched with iron and other metals. Send a scouting party to contact the Extractium's Vox station. The Extractium turns out to be Incendia Corda's latest investment, whose domain is located just within a few jumps from the Kranich system. While this world is of little value to the Von Valancia's dynasty, your officers see this gesture as an attempt to test the boundaries of the newly minted Rogue Trader's leniency. The Seneschal considers this act unacceptable and insists on confiscating and rebasing this Extractium that was illegally set up in the Von Valancia's territory. Magos Pascal notes the unusual composition of Otley's core. Subsequent development will allow the extraction of rare refractory metals. Heeding his advice, the Rogue Trader decides to keep the Extractium for himself. The Rogue Trader graciously allows Incendia Corda to feed on crumbs unworthy of the Von Valancia's dynasty's attention. Destroy the Extractium with a precise shot. The Rogue Trader orders to behead everyone who on the illegal mining rig and send their heads to Incendia Corda with the very best of wishes. Your people easily assume control as the frightened workers and the token security crew do not even attempt to resist. The Extractium's machines are restarted shortly after. The amassed containers filled with precious ore are delivered to the flagship's cargo hold. Yay! Plasteel. I should have just gotten the Extractium. Precious metal. Oh, it's just plastic. Yeah, like, fuck that, actually. Like, I don't need that. I thought it was gonna be something good. Mobile Extractium. Awesome. Did I not get a new Extractium? Because it still says 2. Thank God, more plasteel. We got some combat. We got 5 ships. Didn't even damage it. Oh, nice. Good damage. Can't get close enough.
Launch batteries, fully.
Nice hit. Nice. Nice hit. Be great if those torpedoes hit this ship. Nice. Nice.
Fire at will.
You're gonna fire? No? Okay. Nice. why are you heading straight towards those torpedoes? Okay. That's kind of a waste, but okay. If I hit this, I'm gonna explode, right? I think I'm screwed. Nope, they're safe. Nice. Nice, double kill.
Lance battery, volley!
Nice.
I have missed this feeling.
I need to try to upgrade my ship eventually. Nope. Begin scan. That's a nice looking planet. Big ol' citadel. Manufacture room of Kiavagama. Yeah, I guess if we're gonna leave someone behind, it'll be Pascal. I feel like Pascal's doing better than Argenta though. Do not leave Pascal behind here. Well, oh, cause didn't they say this is filled with tech priests? Kavagama will probably be a walk in the park. You're doing it kind of late into Act 2. Wow. Pascal has been looking forward to this the whole time. Whoop. Alright, we'll leave Cassia behind then. How about we level up Heinrichs? Yeah, I feel like Argenta's really fallen off. It's not really that she's fallen off, it's that the other characters have just gotten way too good. Having Irolet and Cassia around just makes everyone pale in comparison. Heinrichs frowns as his eyes sweep over the manufacturer's dark halls. No solemn ceremony, nor personal meeting with Magi. I fear we are too late, and we won't be dealing with clandestine heretics after all. Binaric arias of alarm stream out of Pascal's Vox synthesizer. In their neurotic, broken rhythm, you sense a call to arms and a warning of danger. Remind me, what is your mission on Kiavagama? I assumed I would conduct an investigation and track down traces of the Cult of the Final Dawn. I believe I can discard that plan now. Both the incident with the scrap code and the manner in which we were forced to land on Kiavagama indicate that the situation has taken a turn for the worse. Nevertheless, I must use this opportunity and try to determine what the cult was doing on an industrial world, and what specifically interested them on a planet full of sacred machines and serpents of the Omnissiah. First, we must find someone who can tell us what's been going on here. Heinrichs pauses, straining to hear something. If, that is, there's anyone left here to speak to. To start, let's look around and find out why the arrival of the rogue trader did not elicit the usual fuss. To speak plainly, I would not count on a warm welcome at this rate. Better keep your weapon at the ready. The interrogator nods, continuing to stare into the surrounding gloom. Alright, let's level up. Let's level up. Well, Power. This is level... Oh, we're not even that far up. Level 29. Strength. Edge of Dawn. Enemies adjacent to the Psyker suffer plus 10% more damage. Sword of Faith. This psychic power costs 50 momentum and can only be used when momentum is 175 or higher. Until the end of combat, the weapon in the Psyker's hand is replaced by a sword made of sheer will. The sword has a single target attack and an area attack. The damage of the sword is the same as that of Purged Soul. The Psyker was using a force weapon. All the bonuses from that weapon... Okay, wow, yeah, this is cool. Any of the Arch Militant's area attacks, both melee and range, reduce the deflection of all the enemies hit by -2 and their armor by -7% until the end of combat. It does not stack. Great. What could possibly go wrong? Whoops, 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 whoops. Stop moving.
Your mind is swathed in blue-grey smoke, Master Van Calox. A heavy color for heavy thoughts, I presume?
You are a dangerous person, Lady Orselio. For all navigators are, but your abilities place you in a special category.
Yeah, I think he's got a decent sized sword thing. I think we gave him one before. He's got a Veil Render and Soul Siphon. The Cogitator's panel has dozens of breakers, buttons, handle switches, and other control mechanisms. You discover the local data crypt with contents collected by either previous operators or the machine spirit itself. Using your access, you study the archives stored on this Cogitator. Praise be to the Omnissiah, whose might and power transforms dead metal to make manifest the holy visions of the machine god. The new protocols received at the Synod from the Great Fabricator Censor, the high-ranking tech priest who may act as an overseer of an entire planet, have been executed despite those who shuddered at the thought of changing a standard procedure. Embolden your hearts, those whose inner weakness breeds errors in personal calculations, for the Fabricator Censor is the conductor of the higher will and the wisest among us. Today at the Supreme Assembly, the Fabricator Censor unsealed the vaults of the sacred designs and committed those deemed redundant or heretical to purifying disposal. Today, dozens of standard procedures were lost, to be replaced by new ones, which the Fabricator Censor will deliver to those who demonstrate the greatest devotion to serving the truth. But the databanks contain no notion of truth. Could there have been, may the all-knowing one, the gracious keeper forgive me, an error in the Fabricator Censor's calculations, and he meant to say serving the quest for knowledge. View the third log data, which is hidden by the protection of the machine spirit. Your knowledge of machine spirits is sufficient to trick the system and subdue it to your will. A false query, a crafty manipulation of the controls, and you get what you want. The instrumental terminals have already been replaced, and the material delivery systems are being prepared for divine transformation. The execution of the new procedure has been delayed, for there are some in our ranks who doubt the words of the Fabricator Censor and his votaries. And there are some who are not susceptible to the enhancement protocol that carries our tech comrades to enlightenment. May the deliverers of fate be merciful to them. Inaction is death, and I must be returning to our great work. Praised be to the truth that will reveal the path to the knowledge shrouded in darkness. Well, before you use an ancient but wholly typical machine console, intended for the use by people not trained in the mysteries of ministering to machine spirits. The Cogitator is completely silent, but as you approach, you sense the warmth emanating from its metallic casing, a telltale sign that the machine is working. You discover the local data crypt with contents collected by either previous operators or the machine spirit itself. Using your access, you study the archives stored on this Cogitator. The vast data repositories contain millions of strings related to receiving raw materials for processing, shipping processed metals, and schedules for sacred rituals to be performed over the machines coming off the production line. The manufactorum, a large factory or manufacturing complex, once operated like one gargantuan, well-oiled mechanism. The last record is from 2 months ago. Interesting.
My success is an irrefutable certainty.
Well, what could possibly go wrong? A massive cogwheel constantly drives the colossal gear system, which is lost in the haze. The 16 Universal Laws, the Mysteries. A tome containing revelations of the Omnissiah, recorded in special binaric dialect. Only a member of the cult Mechanicus with a key to its cipher may partake in the wisdom of the machine god. Well. The lumps protruding under the tech priest's bedraggled red robe hint at the mechanisms implanted in his body. You see his haggard and sickly face under the archaic respirator augmetic. I. A click and a clank, a barely audible hiss, and only then the tech priest's vox finishes the word identification. Request denied. Pascal turns to you, his visor gleaming crimson, registering anomalous behavior within this servant's organics and an invalid noosphere response. This unit is compromised. Examine the tech priest. You carefully study the robe-clad figure. A black border of necrosis spreads out from around the tech priest's implants. For some reason, his body is rejecting the true flesh. A moment later, you recognize the dominant smell in the bouquet of scents permeating the air around the tech priest, the stench of rotted meat. Grigor, heir of House von Valancius, rogue trader, who are you? Is that any way to greet the master of your world? I will teach you some respect. The tech priest pauses as his external cogitators whir, processing the information. Finally, the malfunctioning vox produces a cracked voice. Irregularity. Execution of the fabricator sensor approved. Protocol 39-42 recommended. The fabricator sensor is a traitor to the Imperium and humanity. I will not comply with any protocols approved by him. What is this Protocol 3942? A sacred decree passed by the fabricator sensor that dictates the course of action that tech comrades of Kiava Gamma in suboptimal working condition are to follow. Immediate execution of Protocol 3942 recommended. Recommendation rejected. The catechism of protocols could have been distorted. Adherence to the standard procedure of reconnaissance and purification recommended. The fabricator sensor is a traitor. Fine, let's stick to your protocols. I will not be doing anything until I meet with the fabricator sensor. Anticipated process disrupted. Execution of disposal protocol recommended. The tech priest draws his weapon, and as his robe opens, your senses are hit by a fetid wave of rot, and he got rid of the elevator. No. Oh shit, a bunch of dudes just showed up.
I'll make an example out of you.
Wow. Cubus Delphium poses a direct threat that is incompatible with the future operation of Kiava Gamma's manufactorum. The optimal solution is to eliminate the fabricator sensor. Well. Well, let's see how easy this is. Nice.
Me? If you insist, Lord Captain.
Nice.
I understand your intent.
Miss. Dodge.
At your beck and call.
This guy's good at dodging.
Victory is imminent.
Heinrichs.
Let's see to it. But of course, Lord Captain.
What does this do?
Naturally. I won't object.
Ho ho! Ho 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 ho! Holy shit! I don't know what happened, but they all exploded and killed Heinrichs and Cassia. What the fuck? Did they self-destruct? Holy shit. Cassia wasn't even close. Well. That was interesting. I'm not sure what happened either. Was that a glitch? Oh, I fucked up. It's okay.
Deal death with my
Cool.
hands.
Who, if not me? I'll make it happen.
Activate calculated fury algorithm. My vow is to serve. Running binaric override. The Omnissiah know I venerate you, machine spirit.
Why are things exploding? Why do things keep exploding?
I'm at your service.
Keep your wits about you.
Alright, I don't really like those debuffs, but whatever. I think we'll just keep going. There's some goods over there. Going up. Okay, I'm glad that the game was pitch black for a second there. Uh-huh. Well, that's good.
Stop. There.
Good.
I always
Maybe I
keep
hit a
my options
trap?
open.
Blood mixed with machine oil is barely visible on the dark floor. I remember I got lost in here once for like 10 minutes and thought I was losing my mind.
I always have a backup plan.
Great. Great.
Brace yourself, Abelard.
Great. Now everyone is fucked up.
Sharp eye.
Of the trial.
Failed my kin.
Yep. Dark patches can be seen on the floor. They are smudged as though someone walked through them on the way to the footbridge. Lex Mechanic. Small, heavily augmented man in a filthy, tattered robe stands before you. As you approach, he hesitantly looks up at you, his eyes filled with horror. A portable inscriber with a keyboard hangs from straps at his front, and you can see his detached cerebral cogitator peeking out from under his hood. You have nothing to fear from us. What's this? Another one of the cultist minions? Death to the slaves of the archenemy. Deus Mechanicus. The tech priest decides to take a better look at you, after which he lets out a ragged breath and manages to subdue his shaking. He heard my prayers. I thought I was alone in a kingdom of madness and depravity. Please save me. Tell us who you are and what happened to you. I am Manufactorum Lex Mechanic Zeta 86. I performed the rituals for the machine spirits of Foundry 95, up until we started going mad. Priests devoted to the Omnissiah suddenly started praising the dawn of something or other. They stopped the belts, and then they desecrated the visages of the sacred machines with unholy symbols. Some of them resisted, the others grabbed them, tied them up, and then they turned their implants to heresy. I saw the madmen, my former tech comrades, deliberately connected those poor souls to corrupted cogitators and watched as they were infected with the scrap code, and did nothing to stop them. I am recording a violation of the commandment of thine own forge be a true sentinel. Apostate Zeta 86, your accesses are hereby revoked. Proceed with your report. The icy rumble coming from Pascal's Vox causes the Lex Mechanic to lower his head in fear and contrition. How did you manage to avoid the same fate? How did your crazed comrades behave? You mentioned someone imprisoned on the lower levels? I didn't avoid it. It performed the same procedure on me. I felt the touch of the unholy code. I allowed it to control me. I abandoned my sacred post and followed one of the traitors, serving his will and gathering all the data for his blasphemous experiments. I was driven by an unholy impulse coming from the depths of my auxiliary cogitator, where the code had lodged itself. Before I found a way to throw off the compulsion, I witnessed horrifying heresy, the extraction of true flesh, and its decomposition on altars, perverse procedures that resulted in heretical abominations. I even accompanied a fallen Magos to the Fabricator Censor himself and attended the unholy mass he led personally. It was a wicked ritual. Wicked ritual, Ruby? Wicked ritual. Full of willful deviations and blatant inaccuracies, all to create an unholy monster in the name of the final dawn. Forbidden heretical technology spawned by the warp and chaos. You don't act like the other priests who were infected by the corruption. You mentioned a monster. Is that some kind of weapon? The Lex Mechanic gestures at the wires and connectors spilling out from under his hood. Praise the gifts of the Omnissiah. I managed to disconnect my external cogitator, which I used for primary data processing. The machine is corrupted. The scrap code is locked inside it, like a beast in a cage. But anyone who tries to look inside will fall victim to the heretical program. My primitive brain has been marked by corruption. I still see their silhouettes, hear their interference. I sense the malfunctions in my augmetics, but I was still saved from the great sacrifice. Oh, blessed are the workings of the Omnissiah and his benediction that shelters the weak from evil. Heinrich tenses ever so slightly at the Lex Mechanic's words. You see his hand casually straight to the handle of his weapon, but the interrogator is in no hurry to act. You mentioned a monster. No. Not those constructs that are melted down in furnaces and set into the depths of the manufactorum. It is some kind of semblance of a cogitator, a nightmarish parody of a sacred machine, powered not by the Omnissiah's grace, but by the unholy spirit and life force of the unfortunates imprisoned on the lower levels. I don't know much, except that the fabricator's sensor saw that machine as special. It was special to him and to the crazies who defiled the Omnissiah's abode with their obscene blasphemy. For the final ritual, he even called upon one of the Astartes, heretics, who has arrived at the manufactorum after the start of the uprisings. He did something terrible, and only after that were they able to switch the machine on. It is a true abomination. Even standing near it is unbearable. I believe that even those who have been deprived of the Omnissiah's grace still feel its influence on them, its monstrous power utilized for unholy computations and chaotic calculations. Whatever the cogitator might spew out at the end of its cycle, no righteous soul should accept its heinous offering. Like the grace of the Omnissiah had left them entirely, replacing free thought and progress with blackest corruption. I witnessed them desecrating structures, blessed by the fabricator sensor himself. Though what do the blessings of the rotten traitor count for now? Like men possessed, they set upon the sacred instruments and assembled shells and nodes that didn't match any diagram or blueprint I'd ever seen. Sacrilege. The lay servants of the main units, they live in isolated segments under the sacred machine halls. I heard they were locked in there after the takeover. Then my crazed brethren changed the system for disposing of slag waste, and covered the machines in cursed symbols. The Lex Mechanic hesitates. After they started the cogitator, they dragged the survivors out of the segments under the machine halls. Well, what the survivors had turned into. You demonstrate exceptional powers of observation and recall for someone who just happened to survive. I'm a Lex Mechanic. Gathering data is the purpose of my existence. That's even what they use me for. He trails off, belatedly understanding the subtext to the interrogator's words. They use me against my will. The scrap code turns everyone into their slave. Before I rid myself of the cogitator, I was forced to serve alongside those who perpetrated these atrocities and witnessed their obscenities. What do you make of it? The interrogator tilts his head. Servant of the Omnissiah, I must know more about the final dawn, the fabricator's sensor, his mass, and about this machine as well. I could give you the coordinates, but the Lex Mechanic drops his head. Even though I was present for many blasphemies committed by those heretics, all the details that were captured and processed by my true flesh are in the augmetic that was corrupted by the scrap code. I am convinced that if I hadn't fought off that foreign compulsion in time, I would have been doomed. Corruption would have spread to my biological cogitator as well. The Lex Mechanic taps a finger on the device hanging from his ear and several wires. I swear that no devout tech priest should come into contact with what's hidden in that once sacred device. Heinrich's expression shifts as he stares intently at the disconnected implant and the still intact connectors protruding from under the Lex Mechanic's collar. The corner of his mouth twitches involuntarily. Abelard notices the look on Heinrich's face, and once he does, he sighs heavily and looks away. Can the cogitator be disconnected and reconnected to another machine? The Lex Mechanic shakes his head in reproach. Even if the very idea of exposing a holy machine to the scrap code wasn't profane in itself, my augmetics are not universally compatible. They cannot be connected to another machine spirit. They were created to interact with the system of my true flesh, to innervate my compulsor unit and output data via the inscriber. Once I am safe, I swear that I will immediately perform a cleansing rite and destroy— Oh no, he dead. He dead. In other words, there is only one way to extract the data stored in the cogitator. Heinrich, no, don't do it! What are you talking about? If we connect the cogitator to the augmetic system, the Lex Mechanic will serve as a conduit for transmitting the data. We will learn the details, even if they are incomplete, and of the things he saw and heard, but now unable to recall. The Lex Mechanic, who has been listening to your discussion in puzzlement, finally understands what is going to happen to him, and he begins to back away in fear. No, anything but that. I'll die. No, it'll be worse than that. I'll succumb to the corruption. I beg you, please. I'd rather be burned as a heretic than have the scrap code in my biological cogitator. At these words, Heinrich pauses for a fraction of a second, almost as if he is reconsidering. In failing to offer any resistance against the enemies of the Omnissiah, Unit Zeta 86 lost the grace of his machine rank and was recategorized as a resource of the manufacturer. The defilement and torment of said resource, if committed to advance the struggle against heresy, will not be deemed an apostasy or malefaction against a living soul. Upon expiry of the unit's utility, disposal is recommended. Wow. He's like, you're no longer human, bro. Hurlet watches the scene unfold with something that can be described as fascination. Practically spellbound. How easily you commit your kin to a demise worse than death. She glances at Pascal and how swift you are to dismiss them as an object. Heinrich, stop. The leaders of the cult would never discuss anything of importance in front of witnesses. Leave the poor man alone. We cannot allow the information to go to waste. One life is a small price to pay for the good of the Imperium. We need to know where the cogitator is. Even if the heretics' conversations are unimportant, I must know why the machine was so valuable to them. I'll tell you, the Lex Mechanic rummages in his ragged clothes until he produces a scrap of parchment. A different augmetic is responsible for my muscle memory. It has a data storage too. I remember where I walked and what I pressed with my fingers. Here are the coordinates and the code. It's probably the code to the bay. He scratches out the numbers with his fingernails and passes the parchment to Heinrichs. Heinrichs' eyes bore into the smaller man's. At last, having reached some conclusion, he turns to you. He is a subject of your world, Grigor. It is for you to decide his fate. He will be taken to my ship. After the cleansing rites, a place will be found for him there. He has been tainted by corruption. I cannot allow him on my ship. He can seek out his own path to salvation. The Lex Mechanic lets out a sob and hurries away. Heinrichs watches him go. Perhaps when Kieva Gamma is purged, he will find himself a place in the changed world. If he doesn't die before then. Let's go, Grigor. We need to find that cogitator. I feel like I was a bit lenient there.
Always keep your eye on the prize.
I feel like I was a bit lenient. I've really turned into a goody two-shoes over time. Marksman bracers. The wearer gains plus 10 ballistic and plus 25 critical damage. Uh-huh. You don't say. All right. This place is hard to navigate, and I need to finish up the stream. I love running through Steam. Wow, somehow I timed it pretty well, though. Alright, so that just goes up and down. You can return to your ship here at least. I'm sure of it because I had to do it myself. Didn't immediately blast the guy without a second thought. Man, I'm really turning soft these days.
Rise to the top, or get left in the dust.
Yeah, we're gonna return to our ship and make a save. Good progress today, though. Not bad. Hopefully we can play tomorrow after work. Thanks for hanging out, everybody. Take it easy. We're going to finish up Kieva Gamma. It's going to be good. It's going to be good. Good night.